Okay, today we're going to give you a little tutorial on the Cyclone 500 2 to 30 megahertz amateur bilateral linear amplifier. Bilateral just indicates that it amplifies on the outgoing signal as well as the incoming received signal. Here you have your amp in, amp out. You don't want to use the amplifier, but it's connected and on, turn it off. This is your preamp. When you turn preamp on, you have a relay inside the box that will close, connecting the receive circuit to its amplifying circuit and into your radio speaker. When you turn this off, you deactivate the relay. Your mode, AM single sideband, self-explanatory. In the AM mode, it basically puts a lock on the key relay and allows the RF signal to hold in the main relay number 2, as we're going to call it. When you go to the sideband mode, there is no hold from the RF. In sideband mode, the main input-output relay is only energized from your audio RF carrier. So when you dead key, this main relay will not pull in until you modulate. This is a gain knob. This gain is only used to control your receive. This gives you gain on the receive as you have your preamp switch in the in position. And as you know, power on and off. This power on and off will give you a red indication, let you know you got power on. And if you come to the rear here, it connects the 110. We're going to show you 110 here. The black wire is 110 volts to the circuit breaker. It leaves the circuit breaker. It goes to your power switch. From your power switch, it then comes out into one side of the transformer on its input. The other wire on the input is tied to white. That is your neutral. The green is a safety ground to ground your box. That's your input 110. If it ever chips, if you look in the rear, you have a push button breaker for reset. You come back around to the front here. This transformer is 110 to 27 volts AC. And you see the 2 red wires here? These wires go here, AC. Let's see here, you got AC and AC. This is a full wave rectifier. This takes your 27 volts AC, converts it to DC. In this case, the DC is going to be 35.4 volts DC. The DC comes out of the rectifier to the capacitor. This capacitor just filters any AC to ground. If you don't filter the AC to ground, you end up with a hum in your system. So that's a filter, but it also stores your DC. Okay, and as you see, it's connected to the negative here, which is ground. All right. Then this yellow wire comes over here, and this just feeds your lights. This will feed your lights here. It'll also continue the red back over to this side here for more light feed. Okay, but now the lights have to be fed through little resistors. Okay, they're 2200 ohm resistors. And what that do is drops this 13 volts to 1.7 volts. And let me step back. Where do we get 13 volts from? We get the 13 volts through these resistors. These resistors, if you look here, right here is 13, there's 35.4 volts. On this side of the resistor is going to be 1.7 volts DC, and they feed these 4 LEDs when you turn the switches on. This board here, we're going to show you the receive. This is the preamp board, only for preamp. Preamp relay, we call this relay number 1. This relay here, if you look there, wait till we get there, we call that relay number 2. This board is your main pill board. It's a typical amplifier board from any other 2-pill amplifier. Nothing different, okay? So you have your 2 pills of BLX 15CFs. One here, and there's one here. All right, let's go back down to your preamp board. This is a relay that will pull in when you turn preamp on. Okay, and if you notice, your pot for gain is tied to your receive board. What that gain actually does, it controls this transistor. You have a transistor down there, and that gain controls its emitter. All right, as you turn the gain fully up, the resistance becomes almost 0, so it's almost like a grounded emitter. Okay, that's why I say if you got a little bit of electronics under your belt, you're perfect. If not, we're trying to make this self-explanatory for you. Okay, what else do we need to show you here? So you got your amplifier board. This is your input. As you see, the smaller audio transformer here. And then you got your output, which are the larger audio transformers. This tuning capacitor is to tune the two outputs to make them equal. This tuner is to tune the output to the antenna. It's like an antenna match, basically. All right, and everything goes here, which comes in and out through this relay. All right. What else can we tell you to help you out with your amplifier? Here we have antenna connection. Here we have transmitter connection. There's nothing else really involved in this particular amplifier. Easy to troubleshoot. If you look here, this capacitor and this gray and orange wire, all of this is sideband. This is your sideband circuit right here. See there? See the orange and the gray? And if you notice, the gray comes over to here with the orange, and that's your AM single sideband mode. As I specified earlier, it just breaks the holding from this relay. This is the relay that will pull in for sideband and AM. So for now, that's all my tutorial. Oh, by the way, this rectifier is a standard off-the-shelf rectifier. The capacitor, standard off-the-shelf capacitor, transformer. Everything in this box is off-the-shelf with the exception of your two pills, which are BLX 15 CFs. And I thank you very much, and I hope this helps you in repair or maintenance of your Cyclone 500 linear amplifier. And they do approximately 350 to 450 watts. It all depends on your antenna setup and your SWR. And as a radio operator, you know all that stuff has to be right. So have a good evening and enjoy your Cyclone 5.